There she is.
Oh
So I
yeah.
picked pictures for it.
Oh.
We're obviously late
What? No.
by a couple
I
months,
mean,
I
we already
think.
did it all, so like there wasn't a deadline for this.
No, there
So
wasn't a deadline for that. We just said that we would at some point. Um, yeah, and while you were playing that game of Deadlock, I did go through the trouble of retrieving our uh in the moment ratings from the
oh,
from the
okay,
videos.
okay.
So the day of ratings.
I mean, wait. Oh, okay. Wait, I'm trying to look at them.
Very
All right. There we go.
very inconsistent.
Okay.
So
Okay. Yeah.
if that helps the placements, all right.
All right. All
So
right.
you would be starting with Half-Life. I remember Half-Life probably being the worst, being your
Half-Life
least favorite
was
out of all of
an
them. Yeah.
experience. It was
It
it
was just
was
long.
fun. Like my favorite part is punching their bodies with the crowbar and
Yeah,
then they explode and then but it had a lot. I know it was old, so it was like really dated game and
very very dated game.
but like holy shit that minecart segment and then the helicopters they literally just made me not want to play the game anymore.
Yeah,
And then also the final boss was like the most anticlimactic thing. It was just
yeah. I
big
in the
bippy.
video I put in epic music that I found some royalty free epic music to put in, so it doesn't come through in the video at all. But it is like dead silent. Like there's no
Yeah,
music at
there's
all.
nothing. It's just big, big, big.
Yeah, there's like a bit earlier in the game where it plays this super rad music while you're I guess with all of that in mind, your fairest rating
I
for this head crab here.
I'll
I
put it
didn't put an F rating in here because I didn't think we would need it.
I'll put it at a C
C rank?
tier.
This is like the worst one.
I mean no D's the tier worst one.
No, I mean among the games you played.
Oh.
Like among the games you played, this was your least favorite, I think.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could probably put it a D tier.
Okay, you
gonna
can
be
be
a little
mean
nice.
to it. That's
I
fine.
was
You're allowed
gonna
to
be a
be
little
mean
nicer
to it.
to it.
There's some people that might be offended because there's a lot
They
of people.
can
There's a lot of people that really like Half-Life.
they
Like
can suck my fluffy little weenie.
yeah. Well, on the one hand, you tried to give it C, and I talked you into D. So there's that too.
Yeah, true. So,
All right,
womp womp.
No, that's fine. D rank is fair for it. It's definitely a very dated game.
Very dated.
I wouldn't argue that. I think it's fun. I like it, and I
It
think the world's really cool. I think you would really like Half-Life 2, and I think we could still go back and do that. But for the series, obviously not. Series is over. Then maybe we would throw it on the playlist anyways.
Mhm.
So Mr. Chris Redfield here.
Oh yeah.
This is my go. I remember the game being long, like longer than I want. It took us 5 sessions, I want to say,
And like
to
they were
play.
about
Like obviously we did it in 2 videos, and you cut it way down.
they were like 3 to 4 hour.
But it was like yeah, it was like
sessions.
4 to 5 hour sessions. It was long,
Yeah.
and there were some bits that were more tedious than others. So the fact that both videos are relatively short, not I don't think they're longer than 20 minutes each. Um, but we played for that long is saying something. But the actual action and mechanics of the game, once I got used to them, because obviously it's from an era of PlayStation that I'm not used to,
Mhm.
because I was not a console gamer. Um, Once I got used to the mechanics, it was really fun, and I would have probably honestly, if we weren't busy at the time, I probably would have sat and played Mercenaries for hours. Like
Mercenaries was really fun.
we could still go back and play Mercenaries. I'd be down for that. If it wasn't so long and there weren't tedious parts of it, I would say it's a very healthy A tier, but I'll have to knock it to B.
That's
I'll have to knock it to
there
B.
is a lot of stuff in that game that is just like, dude, why am I doing this? Like,
But I bet the remake will hit an A for me.
mhm.
I bet.
Like,
All right, moving on.
oh, Pokemon Snap.
Pokemon
This is
Snap.
where all my bad bitches come from.
This one, I theorized you would like, not just
Mhm.
because it's a fun game, I think, but also just you're biased for Pokemon.
I do love Pokemon. A
Pokemon
lot.
is great.
And it's, older Pokemon. I don't like the newer Pokemon. Newer Pokemon are kind of smelly unless they do something cool. But
Yeah.
like old Pokemon.
Well, this
with
game gives
gen-
you like all Gen 1 Pokemon.
Yeah.
So
Like,
it's like all the ones you know.
This
Like
has
you
all
know
the
the
good
like you
ones.
knew the name the moment they showed up on the screen.
yeah.
You were like, I
it's-
gotta get a picture of that guy.
I mean, even though it wasn't like Pokemon where you're like catching them and fist fighting other little creatures with them,
Yeah.
it was still pretty funny to take pictures of them
Yeah.
and like disrupt their peaceful little lives by just throwing shit at them.
See
it
them in
was
their
pretty funny.
natural habitat. Yeah.
The only thing that I wish is that there was like more legendaries or something. but-
Yeah, no, I saw that gripe in the video where it was like at the very end it is just Mew in the space when They definitely could have just stuffed that full of legendaries.
They could have done like a whole like legendary level.
Yeah.
Like have a bunch because what? There's only like 2, I think.
They
like,
give you
there's,
the
like,
3 legendary birds.
Oh,
From Gen
all the
1.
legendary
Yeah.
birds and then Mew.
And then it's Mew, and that's it.
It's like, oh man, that like there should be like a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. You get it like free roam. You
So,
get it run
same
out of the
issue
card.
with Half-Life with an anticlimactic end, but I would be shocked if you wanted a D rank for Pokemon Snap.
No, I enjoyed it. It was fun. I'll put it B tier. It was
Hey,
fun. I liked it. It was fun.
Healthy B tier.
It's a safe middle ground
Yeah.
pick.
Yeah, a nice little baseline for you. Rayman.
This is fucking stupid.
This was just loud noise and slapping. For
It
the
was
whole time.
loud noise and slapping.
Don't get me wrong, it was fun, but this isn't. This is not like amazing tier game.
Oh no, it's not. It's I will fully admit that it is
This
not
is
a
the
good
silly
game.
slap fest and betraying each other from the start to finish. There's no story really.
Yeah,
I mean,
is-
there is a bit, but it's not a story worth
It
caring
is,
about.
you save hot girls and that's it.
It is loud noises. It is slapping. It is a party game. It is not a. This is not a title like must-have title for anyone ever.
No.
That being said, I did have fun playing.
Yeah, I was about to say if like you have like a bunch of people
Yeah.
together and
Yeah.
you want to play a funny game, Rayman would
So,
definitely be it.
I feel like I would be wrong not to put it in C tier.
that's
I can't
perfectly fine.
fail it. I wouldn't. I don't think I would fail any of the games that I played.
Mhm.
But C tier seems fair enough for me. The next one,
Doom.
Doom 3, which I
Doom
used.
3.
I used what's his nuts.
His
head's really
Walter
pointy.
White.
Yeah, that's what you called him in the video.
Was he
yeah.
the bad guy? I can't remember.
No, Dr. Petruger's the bad guy.
Wait, Walter White was the guy with the BFG at the.
His
Or did he have the
teammate is.
Oh.
He's like a diplomat. He was so he. We're gonna talk about Doom 3 lore, and they survive until almost the end of the game where they both die.
Oh, yeah. Swag.
Yeah, it's pretty rad. Unrelated to the
But,
story.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
Um,
it was fun. It was a spooky game. It was funny. I
I
liked
wanted to
it.
do at least one horror game for you while we were doing this, because horror game is kind of your brand.
Yeah, I do play the horror
Of
games.
your
I
channel?
scream and I cry after the game. That's about it. But Doom was fun. It was spooky. There was a lot of times that it actually got me, and then the guns and the combat was really fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The only thing, my only gripe with the game, and I don't know why it was a thing, is enemy placements were the wildest thing. It was,
Yeah, like
at first, like
the Noob Tower imps.
yeah, at first I'm like, okay, this isn't too bad. And then like a few hours into it, it was getting to the point where I'm like, I'm gonna turn this corner. There's gonna be an imp right here. I turn the
Yeah.
corner and he's right there. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna back up. The room I was just in, there's gonna be 3 guys. I turn around, there's like 5 guys. I'm like, what the? I'll say I'll put a C tier. I'll put a C tier.
Okay, that's fair.
It would go to B
That's
if
fair.
the enemy placements weren't as annoying as
It was
were.
also long.
It was pretty long.
It's Doom
Yeah.
1, 2, and Doom 64 are all exactly like that. But this is an ambience horror game.
Mm-hmm.
This is a psychological horror game.
Yeah.
It should not be like
Yeah,
that.
like
So
it-
your gripe is perfectly understandable.
Yeah, because like, and then like the worst thing was like it was pretty scary the first few times, but then when like I had like big guns and stuff, it would happen like I would just have a straight face. I'd just shoot them immediately, like 0.1 of a second of them spawning. I'm like, all right, let's go. Like you're not even trying to scare me. This is just like tedious.
It's
at this
also
point.
a really funny game too. Like it's a game that dated in some funny ways too. But
Yeah.
the horror part holds up. No, C tier's fair. C tier's fair. I'm
Yeah.
okay with that. Sly Cooper.
Oh my boy.
I sucked at this one. I was bad at this one. I love the characters. I think it's probably the best story that I played. Yeah, no, by far. By far, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I'm looking at the other ones.
Just looking at prep his dumbass face. It's like, yeah, there's no
I
story
showed
there.
some awkward pictures for some of these. No, this was the best story that I played. I enjoyed it. I think it's the only game that I played where I was really curious what the next game is. Like I want to know what the next game's about. I want to play the next game. Of all of the games that I played. Like they were fun. Like all of them were fine and they were good experiences. I enjoyed them. Sly Cooper's a game where I was like, I want to play Sly Cooper 2 now. Like what
Yeah.
happens next? Let me see the big bird guy come back. Let me get new abilities in the second game that I didn't have in the first game, right? Like, and mind you, I did suck, but most of me sucking at that game was me being dumb. I could play back through that game and do really well if I wasn't if it wasn't on recording.
Yeah.
Being recorded that probably made me worse because I was trying to be brash and obnoxious. But yeah, it's just a subconscious thing. But I like that. I liked how cartoony the characters were, even though it's a very dated game. What is PS1 probably?
No, PS2.
PS2?
Yeah, early PS2.
Yeah, it feels like PS2. Absolutely fantastic. I have zero harsh memories of this game. Every time I sat down to play, I was excited for it. I mean, I was with most of these, but I never, even though it was a multi-part series, had a lot of fun with it. A tier.
Hell yeah.
Everything was hilarious and goofy and fantastic from beginning to, well, actually the Friday Night Funkin' bit was a little silly. I wasn't that was a bit tedious.
Well,
I wasn't really about that. When I was like right at the very end and then I had to start at the very beginning of the
yeah,
song,
that,
I was like,
that
no,
is really tedious.
No, but no, it was genuinely fun.
Yeah.
If I could make time for it, I'd play the second game.
Yeah.
All right, Portal 2.
Portal 2.
You hated some of the parts of this game.
It's probably because my
Some of
brain
that sucked.
It's probably because my brain's small. Like my brain, I don't do puzzle. I like puzzle games, but Portal made my brain like dissolve. Like I would go into the game with like my brain was like a battery. Like I was
Yeah.
at 100% when I got in. Every minute it would just slowly go down.
It was like the first puzzle would take like 75% of your battery. Too.
Yeah, and then I'd just be like, oh, what am I doing? Like, I
Yeah.
still remember there was one puzzle where I was
Yeah.
literally staring at a wall that could shoot portals. I'm like, where can I place these portals
There
at?
was
I'm
some
like,
edits that I actually took out because I thought you sounded too cynical about the game. Like I thought you hated it too much,
No.
or it sounded like you hated it too much. I didn't think you actually did
No.
hate the game.
It was
But
fun.
it sounded like you really didn't like it in the video, and there were some edits that I legitimately changed and took out because of that. Like,
Yeah, it was probably just because like my brain was like dissolving so much. I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like, I don't. This is hard. It was fun. It's just like I said, I'm not good at puzzle game. Puzzle game make my.
Oh, I'm
brain
not
hurt.
great at them either, but this one I've beaten like 5 times, so
Yeah,
I
so-
can at least pretend I'm good at puzzle games.
Yeah,
when you're playing them.
exactly. I mean, like, if I had the chance to like play the co-op Portal 2, I would, because I played it before, like
Yeah.
way long ago. I never
we
beat
can
it.
play it again. I don't remember a lot of the solutions for that.
It,
'Cause
like-
I only played like half of it one time. Like the campaign of this, I've beaten 5 times, 6 times maybe. Like the co-op, I've beaten like half of it once.
Yeah, because
So
like,
we could totally go back and do that.
and then also, Portal is like one of those games. I'm not hating on it. It's just I would never play it by myself.
Well, we're
Like,
trying
I
to
would-
place it on a tier list.
Yeah,
so
I
we
would-
got to be a little bit
I
negative.
would never play it by myself, but it's just me because I'm bad at puzzle games. I would be stuck on the same thing for like 3
So you
hours.
think if you knew somebody that really, really loved puzzle games, you'd recommend it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it would be great. But in total, I'm gonna put it A tier. I'll put
A
it-
tier.
Because also the characters were funny. GLaDOS, Mommy,
Yeah.
the Wheatley was his name, the robot little dude.
Yeah,
The-
yeah, that's Wheatley.
the boss fight at the end was pretty. It was simple, but it was
The
it was
best
funny.
boss fight so far.
It was funny.
when you're compared to
Yeah, well, compared to those ones, yeah, it's the best
compared
boss
to
fight.
Mew, the Cyber Demon, and the Nihilanth.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was a fun game. I just like I said, if I was better at puzzle games, I'd probably place it higher. But
Yeah.
like, I was so fucking dumb.
I think
playing
it's
that
peak.
game.
I think it's peak puzzle game. I do legitimately think it's the best puzzle game ever.
Yeah, probably.
Or at least the best single player story puzzle game.
Hmm.
I don't know what else I'm comparing it against. Future Tactics.
Oh yeah.
This game was terrible.
It was really bad.
I had a lot of fun playing it, but it's terrible.
It's really
no
I-
way in my life would I ever recommend this game to anyone. But it was so much fun.
Yeah, because like I would like like you said, I would never recommend this game.
Yeah.
It's just I played this game an unhealthy amount when I was a child.
Yeah.
Just because I thought the combat was
I
fun.
think so. I just to speed run. I'm gonna put it B tier,
Okay.
but
okay.
like just for quality of game. If it wasn't for the soundtrack, because the soundtrack was amazing,
it is kind of a banger.
the humor of beating people up with War Dwarf, and my ability to skip the final game, the final level.
yeah.
Because that final level looks so tedious.
Oh, it
I
is-
was not excited for it. And then I just skipped to the end and just killed my guys and left.
Yeah.
And blew up the planet or whatever. Like, I finished that last puzzle in like 2 minutes because I figured out how to do it. Like,
Yeah.
if it wasn't for being able to do that and I had to do the tedious bits in those last levels, I probably would say C tier. But
Yeah.
the soundtrack's great. I laughed most of the time. It was another game I was excited to come back to. Not as much as Sly Cooper, mind you, but I was excited to sit down and play it. And it was like, hey, are we recording today? Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
So it was great.
It was fun. Yeah, not a good game. Maybe if they remastered it and like made it like way better.
I think a remastered Future Tactics would be fantastic. It's just I've genuinely never heard of this.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm pretty sure I'm the only person that's ever played this game.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, never in a million years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
FTL.
FTL was fun.
Space strategy game that's really hard to explain to people.
Yeah, it was really hard, but I genuinely had fun with it. It was a fun time.
At the time of the recording, I had never beaten the game before on any difficulty. Now I've beaten it like 8 times.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, just because I know life trying to unlock one of the ships, and I still haven't.
Jeez.
I want to unlock the Crystal Cruiser because I want to have all the ships, but I can't. This game is it's tough to explain to anyone what it even is. It's not even turn-based. It's like a strategy spaceship game where you have to manage the power of your ship and aim your weapons at the other ship and manage the power of your shields to make sure that it's up. You have enough power in it to block your opponent's shots. It's difficult to make it sound exciting. It really is. But it is a fun game.
Yeah,
I think you enjoyed it.
It was really fun.
In the recording, anyways, you sound ecstatic to be playing it. You seem like you had more fun with it than anything else so far.
Yeah, because I mean, I did say I'd want to play it again sometime, just because it was really fun.
Yeah.
My only thing is the story. Like my brain turned off. I had no. I didn't really care for the story.
Yeah.
All I know was big bad men chasing me.
It's one of those games. It's one of those games that explains the story on your way through. In the beginning of the video, I have Ben reading a script that I gave him where he's in the shoes of whoever's giving you your quest, briefing you on your quest, and he's Admiral Tully, who you talk to at the very end of the game that you never got to see.
Oh.
You don't actually see him, but you give a little chat. Talks about I just so it sounded like there was a little bit of story because it's not. They don't give you a story at the beginning of the game.
Yeah,
they say you are running away from the rebel fleet.
And
you have a mission from the Federation. You got to go do it.
Yeah, and then like whenever I do like a little encounter where it's like, oh, this and this for lore plot reasons, I'm just like, yeah, let me fight someone. Like I'm just like, it's all right, but. I did have a lot of fun. If I learned like the mechanics more, I would probably like have even more fun. Just because my like one run I did, it was enjoyable. I had a lot of fun.
You could log out of my account to stream it if you wanted to. That'd be kind of dope.
That'd be pretty funny.
That'd be pretty dope. You could just spend a stream playing a couple runs of it.
Play right now.
Me too. I'm done playing this on stream though. Probably done playing it all together. I don't need to spend any more time playing. But for placements though,
I'll put it. You know what? Put it A tier.
A tier?
I'll put it A tier.
So? All right.
I'll put it
That's
A
epic.
tier.
All right. Parappa.
Parappa. The rapper.
It's not a good game.
No, it's not.
This isn't a good game for kids even. It's
No.
too hard for kids. It's too hard for kids, and for adults, it's stupid.
Yeah.
It's not great. It's a horrible game.
Oh yeah. But it's Parappa.
It is Parappa,
baby.
It kind of has to go at. Honestly, if like a new game of this came out every single year and we were on like Parappa 20, I would be so into it.
I'd still be playing.
You would be playing every single one.
Yeah.
I would be playing every single one. It'd be great.
Oh my god.
Mario Galaxy.
Mario Galaxy.
This is a fantastic game. I think it's better on the Wii.
Yeah,
You didn't get to play it on the Wii, and it didn't really come across in the video too well. But there's a lot of bits where they make you point at the screen to grab the blue stars to drag your guy around, or to shoot and grab the stars, or pick up the stars, or to shoot and aim at the Goombas to stun them.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. It's very difficult to do on Switch.
Oh, it is horrible.
because our Switch on our TV is below the TV, and you have to aim the controller at the Switch to do it. On the Wii, you had a sensor bar on top of, or we had a sensor bar on top of our TV, and you would just aim the Wiimote, which is like, it's handled to work that way, and it made that part of the game a lot easier. But
yeah,
other than that, I think
it was
it was fun.
If it had better like motion control for that, it would be really fun. I feel
it could be our fault. It could be our fault.
I have no idea, but it also
or we just duct tape the Switch to the wall above the TV.
That could work too. But It was pretty fun. I've never been really into Mario franchise because I grew up on this PlayStation. So as you can see, I have all my game picks. I only play PlayStation games.
You did only make me play
and-
PlayStation games.
And I've only ever played I can't remember the Mario game. I can see it in my brain. It was for the Wii. It's like I think it's just the new Super Mario Bros.
Oh yeah,
Just-
New Super Mario Bros. It's the side scroller. That,
Yeah, the
and
side-scroller
every
one.
in the first world, the Koopas throw their hands to the side. They stop and dance for a second. They go,
Yeah.
"Papa."
That game was banger. That was the only
There
Mario
was a
game.
sequel to that.
Was there?
Yeah, there's a sequel to
Oh,
that.
wow.
It's pretty great.
That was the only Mario game I ever played and beat. And then playing this one, I went on during the recording. I was having fun with it, but at the same time, like
Your rating was 4 out of 10, but 7 out of 10 for the B mommy.
the bee mommy was kind of a mommy. But after, I feel like have fun playing it more because at the time I'm like, I don't know, just the platform, like the 3D platformer wasn't really it. But
Yeah.
I just got done playing Astrobot. Holy shit, that was fun.
You did really
So,
like Astrobot.
I feel like if I went back to Super Mario Galaxy, I would have even more fun just because
Yeah.
I forgot that, like, hey, yo, these games actually go kind of hard.
yeah.
And
I think if we were to go back to it, I wouldn't even have you do Super Mario Galaxy. I'd have you play Super Mario 64, which is what I was considering doing. But Super Mario Galaxy was more appropriate for a Nostalgia Week thing. I played Super Mario 64 when I was a kid, but Super Mario Galaxy was like, I think it was the first Wii game I ever played. We got a Wii and I started playing this immediately. And I remember my friend coming over to my house, and I went out to his car to say hi to him with the Wiimote in my hand because he knew what it was, and we both fucking paused. Like, it was like, holy shit. And then we went inside and we played Mario Galaxy. I let him play Mario Galaxy while I hit the bits with the Luma, because you can play a second player. We couldn't figure it out on the Switch. But you can be a second player that throws the bits and catches stars for Mario.
I feel
He
like
plays Luma.
I feel like that would be really fun too if
If we could have figured it out.
because like I tried to make use of it, but like it was so janky. But like
Yeah.
I know it's not even the game's fault. It was just it being ported to a Switch. But if I would put it A tier, but if it was played on a Wii, I'd put it S tier.
Okay. A tier's fantastic.
Yeah, if like
I
I
like
was,
A tier.
if I played it on a Wii, then I'd put S tier.
Okay.
But it was only for the fact of not being able to use the little motion thing correctly.
Yeah. All right, and finishing off with a strange finisher.
Yeah,
I had a fun
twist
picture. Yeah, twist this. Grid Fandango was silly.
Yeah,
I
it's
would never.
really dumb.
I wouldn't fail it, and it almost feels kind of rude to C tier it.
Mhm.
But I definitely didn't have as much fun with it as I did Resident Evil 5, or like comparing it to what's here. I think it was probably pretty close to Rayman.
Yeah, that's perfectly
The story
fine.
was fine. Maybe it's just the detective point and click adventure that's just like the format is a little bit odd to me.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it was funny. I liked the characters. I liked the setting. I mean, the story was a little off. I didn't know what was going on really.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, I guess. Sure.
Hey,
I don't know why I would do it this way.
I'm a travel agent. Oh, now I'm in the military. I'm
And-
in the woods now. Oh, okay. Oh, hey, look, I'm gambling.
Yeah, and some of the actual solutions I thought were pretty dumb.
Yeah, like
But for the most part, it was good. If it wasn't funny, if it wasn't as funny as it was, I would D tier it. But the humor is where it's at.
the humor aged really well. Like it is like surprising like how
Yeah.
funny it was just watching back.
And even
on
though
it.
the characters are so goofy as hell, the voice acting is actually great. Like obviously obviously their audio recording equipment isn't what it is now, but
Yeah.
what we had, like their actual performance as voice actors and actresses is fantastic.
Oh yeah, the voice acting was
Very
amazing.
funny. I recommend that. But I don't think I would ever be able to complete it without Googling every level. So
Yeah, because like
if I didn't have you sitting there.
the rest of the game, it is pretty good. This is one of the games on PlayStation. I got a platinum trophy where you have to get every single achievement.
jeez, yeah.
It was really fun. I did like it. I like the story. It's not one of my favorite games of all time by any means.
Yeah.
But it was fun. The characters are fun, and the ending of the game is really sweet and cute.
Yeah.
But it is kind of just a goofy game.
Yeah.
A lot. If you thought the puzzle solutions like now were dumb, late game, it's like what? What?
why would I even
Why
do
would?
that?
Yeah. Why would anyone think to do this?
Yeah. Yeah. Here's some more great video games. I think.